switches out to the area where dumbass Brian doxed me and tried to make it believe like somebody else did it. That someone else on my Facebook did it. And guess what, Brian? You were the only one on my Facebook. That's it. And I told Dean there, I'm hardly ever on. It's not, a month before she smeared me, she asked, oh, you have a Facebook page, darling. Yeah, but I'm never on it. Oh, well, please, let's be friends. So what do? I feel bad for her. I'm friends. Brian asked me about a Facebook page, but that was back in the day where people thought they had friends on YouTube. What? You've told them, Brian, Mrs. Pink. Yeah, and the minute I come back and do my live stream last night, hours later, another smear campaign. How interesting. What a pattern we have. And I'm not talking about a quilt or a dress. Okay, just so. Because in October, my last live stream, being there within there, along with other people, and we were having fun, the smear campaign happened the next day. Okay, so keep it up, because you're dumbasses. You're dumbasses. And I've kept quiet all this time. All this time, I've kept quiet. And there's a reason. Because the more you put out there, you're leaving your fingerprints for me, and I'm gathering them all up. Something. And how convenient to do this internationally. Oh, how could she? She's dying. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You know why? Because anybody who's dying does not have the right to abuse, slander, harass other people, period. Period. Under any pretenses. None whatsoever. You, whoever is out there, whether you're terminal, palliative care, whether you have a progressive disease that you can live with for years, decades, you have no right to be malice, to do criminal acts, and think you can get away with it. And there's a lot of people on YouTube who are aware of what happened. A lot of people on YouTube who are aware of what went on behind the scenes with being there, Mel, Erin K. I have kept my mouth quiet long enough. Long enough. And sure, I'm dying. God forbid anyone touches that, right? No. She's dying. So, God forbid I get diagnosed, God forbid, or any one of us get diagnosed with cancer or progressive disease, Parkinson's, muscular dystrophy, muscular sclerosis, MS, whatever. Does that give us the right to go out and rob a bank and get away with it? I do not fear you. I pity you that you utilize your time, the both of you, in your life. This is how you utilize your time. And anyone with end-of-life issues who spends their time doing this smack, either they're not at end-of-life because in my career, I have never come across anyone with end-of-life issues who acted so bad with malice, hate, bullying, slander, without any proof. Not 1 ounce of proof. She's going to commit suicide if I don't give her the money. Okay, so let's go rob a bank, right, and tell the teller, if you don't give me the money, I'm going to shoot myself. It doesn't even make sense, dumbass. People are desensitized, so they have to take it to another level. So what do? Let's swat. Let's really give a shocker. Let's terrorize them, because that's what it is, terrorizing, and it's a crime. And bullying is a crime on the internet. But apparently the dumbasses think because they don't have consequences, they think they can get away with it. But if you keep doing it, you keep leaving your fingerprints of harassment, okay? Bullying, doxing people. It's like circumstantial evidence, okay? And when something bad does happen to someone, okay, whether it's even a SWAT call, you gather all your information and say, officer, this is the information I have. I have reason to believe that this may be a path you want to go down and investigate for maybe a potential suspect. And they will. Boston Police Department has an internet crimes unit. And so doesn't the other police departments that I'm going to. I have thumbnails up my ass right now. Being there as a way to manipulate people and to put fear into people. Way to go, dumbass. Way to go, dumbass. Where's your proof, Madonna? Where's your proof? And Mel, you've been quiet for a long time. You've been real quiet. You went up on Save Robbie's Live pretty quick after the day of my smear campaign, didn't you? And I watched your face. First time in a long time I've heard that you've been quiet. You always got something to say, right? And you're very careful to mention my name, aren't you? Very careful to mention Pink. Because you know, and let me tell you something. When somebody is paranoid, and I'm not interpreting someone's paranoia, this is someone who actually said, I am paranoid being on YouTube. You know why you're paranoid? Because you got something to hide. That's why. That's why. I'm not paranoid on YouTube. I know a lot of people who aren't paranoid. It's the people who've done shitty things behind the scenes who are the fucking paranoid ones. Fact. Who has my address? Brian. He is the only one in our community who has my address. Brian St. John. Nobody on Facebook gave it to him. Brian, maybe you have a dysfunctional family that fight all the time and cause shit. Not my family. Not my family. My family is pretty functional compared to this shit. And we've already done our homework. We've already reached out to my family members. And you're a liar, Brian. You're a fucking dumb ass. You were on my Facebook page, and so were you being there. You had opportunity to see who my friends were and my family members. You are a dumb ass. Oh, look at no YouTubers liking her video or her post or whatever. Didn't have YouTubers on my fucking Facebook page except for you and being there. And I think later on I had Ginger Locks. Ginger Locks, she's not going to do this. Okay? And I don't go on Facebook. But no, you wanted to be on my Facebook page. For what? Now I know why. To fuck Pink up. Does that sound familiar, Mel? Quote, unquote, fuck Pink up? I didn't even know you, Mel. Didn't even know you. Someone said to me, why does Mel hate you so much? Did you guys have a fight? I never talked to this woman in my life. Never. Never. I went to her video once when she first came on, like in January. I didn't like it. It had nothing to do with her. I just couldn't find engagement. I had no idea she hung out with Being There. When Being There and I talked for 10 months on the phone in Hangouts, we never even talked about Mel. So there you go. There's some information. Brian St. John had access to my Facebook page and Being There. Madonna, I know your last name. I know your address. How would you like it if I doxed you? Would you like it? As much as you're somebody who I would not step foot near at this point. And as much as you put me through a grieving process after what you did to me, and I cried and cried and cried. The state of confusion that you put me in, and my children, when my daughter found out that you said I was threatening suicide and what you put my own child through, I was fine because I know the truth. When I was trying to save the life of one of my own children, and you're telling people I threatened suicide. Dumbass. Where's your proof being there? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Oh, she's got problems. Yeah, anything you say, because you can say anything because no one's going to confront you because you're dying, right? How many dates of death have you given me, Madonna, in over a year? 5, 6? You played with my heart? Call me up, oh, I'm not dead yet. And I would cry because I didn't know what else I could do to comfort you, and I felt helpless. And you'd say to me, I'm really concerned about your grieving process, Pete. Why don't you give me a name of your family member that I can call to make sure that you're okay? You asked for contact information for a family member. And thank God I didn't give it to you. Thank God. Knowing what you had cooked up. So what did you do next? You wanted my Facebook page. And stupid me, and I said, nah, I'm not on it enough. And I wasn't. Facebook, I call Fakebook. I hate it. I don't even know why my page is still up. But you wanted it. And you got it. And the same with Brian. And you put one and one together, and what do you get? Dumbasses. You know something? And there are other people, aside from Mel and Aaron, that know what happened and were behind the scenes. And they are afraid to come forward. They are afraid. And it's put me in a very, very difficult situation. And I've taken the brunt emotionally and mentally, the turmoil I've gone through. Because I don't want to put anyone else through what I was put through. And I've kept quiet. And it's been eating at me. I mean, my life has been great, don't get me wrong. This isn't consuming me. But isn't it weird, like the minute I come back to YouTube and it starts again, and Madonna, you made a video, I don't want Pink back. Who the fuck are you to tell me or anyone who you want or who you want back? First of all, you know, if we want to play tit for tat, when I started YouTube, you went around in our community. Who the fuck are you to tell me you don't want me in YouTube? Then go find some other fucking community to go play in. In fact, why don't you go find your friends at Bell Gap? Why don't you, those links you sent me to the dark web, because you wrote in the email to me, your son is in a cult. That's no rumor, although you try to cover that up. Can you believe there's a rumor going around my son's in a cult? Ha, ha, ha. I have the emails. And when you sent me a link to the dark web, and rather than getting upset, I kept saying, this woman, she's dying. I'm not going to get it. Let's just change the subject. Let me divert her attention. Let me do a little bit of ABI therapy on this woman and divert her attention. Not to the dark web, not to ask her questions. That's scary shit. I don't even want to go there. Let me ask her how she's feeling. And when I did that, what did she say? She sent me this link. I didn't respond to it. She says, no worries. I have Anonymous involved. And you've got quite a track history, Madonna, of before being in our community. And I've reached out to people from Bell Gap. You know, I haven't sat quiet in the 2.5, 3 months I was off of YouTube. I've collected all the fingerprints. All of them. All of them. It's hard to defend yourself when you have the truth, right? But I did my best. And I did my own investigating. And you are a dark, scary woman. And I'm sorry that if you had this disease, I don't know anymore. If you're terminal, you know, I would think you're on hospice. No, I don't need hospice. I'm stubborn. I don't even know what to believe anymore. But I am not going to sit back and have someone constantly say, I'm dying. She's hurting me, I'm dying. She's hurting me, I'm dying. To shut me down. Fuck you. Fuck you. You threw that money into my PayPal. I immediately went to a family member and showed them. And I said, I can't accept this. And they said, wow, what a nice lady. I said, yeah, but I can't accept this. Because Pink always finds a way. Pink always finds a way. And I told you I didn't want it to take it back. I let it sit there for a long time, for weeks. And then I reached out to a family member who was an estate attorney. You had plenty of opportunity to take back, and you insisted, and you wrote, it's a gift. Legally, I knew. By accepting that money, I did nothing wrong. Nothing. So you can cry extortion, you can cry whatever, deception, that's your word. She took the money from me out of deception. No, you were the one that told everyone I threatened suicide if you wouldn't give me money. Woman, you make no fucking sense. Dumbass. Dumbass. Never. From the time I became a creator did I ask for money. Ever. Ever. I didn't give boo-hoo stories like Erin. My house is falling apart. I need Botox. I need this. I need that. And being there, another thing. Did a video for Erin going into this high-end store like a Versace or whatever, okay? I never saw it. I saw a lot of her videos, but that one I never caught. And she calls me one day, darling, did you see the video I made for Erin? And I'm like, what video? Oh, the one when I bought her that shopping bag in the Versace store. I'm like, no. And my first thought was, that was really nice of her, you know? I said, I'll watch it but, you know, at that moment I couldn't. And, you know, I'm not on YouTube. Maybe people with disabilities or something have all the time. I didn't. So I couldn't always watch right away all her videos. So I watched it, and I'm like, okay, so she's buying a bag for Erin. Like, did I miss something? And then I watched it again. What am I missing? So the next time we talked, I said to her, I don't get it. Like, I watched the video. It's really nice that you bought that bag for Erin. And I really meant it, like, you know. And she says, oh, darling, it was just a joke. And I'm like, what do you mean a joke? A joke of what? Everything's a joke to you, Madonna. Everything's a joke. When you threatened to cut my fingers off one by one by one, and Richard, Rita, help me, Richard Boygat, live stream last Sunday that I was not there for, but then I was told about it. Someone said, you better go there and look, being there is making physical threats against you. And I kept quiet this whole time, and still kept quiet. But for every day I was late in paying you back, you were going to chop one of my fingers off. And then you thought it would be hilarious if one of your YouTube friends could hold me down while you took your wheelchair and rolled over me over and over again. And then when you're caught in these malicious behaviors of yours, Miss Psych, maybe you're a nurse or not, you say, I'm joking. You said you were playing Mafia. You were confronted on a live stream. Why you did that. And the first thought was, oh, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did, darling. Oh, it was a joke. We were pretending we were the Mafia. No man will ever tell me what the fuck I can do and cannot do. I did not destroy your channel, Brian. I did not destroy you. I told you I cannot support your channel because it was just getting a little bit out of control. And I didn't doctor. Were you going to say this about Facebook? Oh, this was given to me. This was given to me by being there, wasn't it? Wasn't it, Brian? Wasn't it? Where's Erin K, by the way? She got in a fight with being there. She took her channel down, and this is the longest, I think, Erin K has had her channel down. Wonder what happened to her. Wonder what being there put her through. Right, Melmo? Melmo, I don't know you. I don't know you as far as you and I ever having a fight. But I do know, and I saw it for myself. Let's fuck Pink up. Let me know what I did to you. And this was before, what, because you weren't getting money or something? No, sorry, no, you were getting money. You were getting money, too. A lot of people were. But when that didn't work, and Erin K was the first one, as soon as that smear campaign happened, Erin K was alive. I got money from being there. I got money, too. Okay, and then other people started coming forward. I got money, I got money, I got money. Everybody got money from being there. So when that wasn't working, being there, that's when the excuse of, well, she threatened suicide if I didn't give her money. Really? Dumbass. Dumbass. That was the major thing, right? Nobody say you got money from being there. We'll just make it Pauline did, Pink did. And then when Erin K went live, because she was like, I don't want part in this smack, the chips started to crumble, right? Everything started to crumble on your little plan. So let's make up, let's see, what can we say? Oh, let's say that she made me give her money by saying that she would kill herself if I didn't. Why the hell would anyone kill themselves if they didn't get money from somebody? That's the most stupidest thing. Stupidest thing. And God help the people who are suicidal, who suffer from mental illness and depression. You throw that word around like it's a piece of candy that you're passing around. If it's someone who says she's an expert in psychiatry, don't believe it. You don't throw suicide around like that. Ever. 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 And use it as an excuse. Ever. I am on my way to the police station with thumbnails. I've already called them. I told them I'm on my way up. The detective is not in. They do have an internet, and I am making provisions to protect myself and my family from dumbasses like Brian St. John and Madonna and anyone else who's been involved who will not step forward. Mel,